You can call me an innovator.
It's a very long list, and I would like to go one by one.
So I trained some of my school teachers and then approached an institute named International Institute for Teachers Training in my locality. So I taught their teachers how to move from offline to online ways of teaching. Laptop stands, some 3D printing products. So I designed them and have put them on my website. And then I did SolidWorks from your course. So that is how I learned SolidWorks. So your course helped me a lot in designing my own cars. And by the end of the course, I was able to design my own working model.
That's great. That you made our day, actually. Hi, Kushal.
Hi, sir.
How are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Great, thank you. Good to see you. I
Good to see you too.
recently got to know about you from the team and got really excited after hearing that what all you have done so far at this age. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Great. Would like to know from your side that what you would like me to call you, a founder, a innovator, a author, a developer, or anything else.
You can call me an innovator.
Great. So, could you brief a little about your innovations so far and what all you have done, in which class you are to the audience?
I'm in grade 8. During the lockdown, I've been teaching teachers, about 160 teachers, on how to move from offline to online ways of teaching. We are still in that online stage in some schools. My school personally is still using a lot of softwares. So teachers still have doubts, so I'm helping them. I also have a YouTube channel which has about 250 subscribers. So on that also I teach about technology. Uh, I rescue and feed animals using my SparkX Animal Welfare. So that is my non-profit organization. I have 3D Noble, which prints plastic. This prints products from recycled plastic. So I do that also. I had Pandemic Health. That is one more venture of mine. The last 2 years, I had helped people get blood tests done at subsidized rates.
Oh, great. It's a very long list, and I would like to go one by one to cover all this. When we talk about this pandemic health, so how it worked, how you help people to get their blood test done in the subsidized rate?
So I had organized camps in some rural areas where I had sent people to do tests for free, and sometimes in urban areas so that it can be paid also. This is my non-profit organization venture. I I was helped by MyGate organization, which had um, put my tests in their app so that people can book at very low rates. I had been helped by Thyrocare also to organize these tests.
Okay, that's great. So, what level of support and guidance you get from the family and from whom to derive all this, what all you have done so far?
I get a lot of support from my family members. This Allspark Infinite and Pandemic Health was supported by my family a lot. In Pandemic Health, my father had approached, I think, one or two more applications. I don't know the names now, but he had approached two more applications so that they can put my tests there also. During this Allspark Infinite thing, my mom had researched some topics that helped me start my channel. And SparkX Animal Welfare, they gave me some of my pocket money so that I can buy food for the animals and then feed them.
Got it. Great. Really great to hear that. So, how your day look like, Kushal? I'm very fascinated to think about it. That as you've been into some 10 different things, and they are not even interrelated to each other. And how do you manage time, and how your usual day look like?
Uh, First, I'll start with the weekday. Weekdays, I go to school. I come from school at about 3:45, and then from there, my normal routine starts. First, 45 minutes, I eat food. I make some videos during that time also. Then I study for about 2 hours till 6:30, and then from 6:30 to 7:30, I make some more videos, eat my food, half an hour, 1 hour time. Then after that, I study for 1 or 2 more hours. Uh, from 7:30 to 9:30, and from 9:30 I have an half an hour break where I work on most of my ventures, and then I study for half an hour again. So 10:30 I go to sleep. So that's my routine for the weekday. And for weekends, I get up in the morning, make some videos, work on my ventures. I go feed cats also, cats and animals. uh, During that time, I also have food. Then after that, I study for about 2 hours till 12:30, 10:30 to 12:30. Then half an hour I give again to making videos, feeding animals, contacting other people also. Then I study till 5. From 5 to 8, I have my online class, which I do. Then I spend 2 hours teaching teachers, 8 to 10, because that is the time when they're free after doing school activities and home activities. So that time I teach teachers, and I spend 1 more hour till 11 or 10:30 to work on other ventures. So that
That's
is when
great.
my day ends.
Okay. So what do you teach teachers?
I teach them different types of softwares, animations, graphic designing.
Okay. Which usually help them to teach their subject to the student
Yeah.
with more visual and graphic involvement.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Great. Great. So, how was the pandemic period? It was tough for every one of us, and you yourself, being into schools, started learning online. So, how the whole 1.5 year went as your learning experience, as well as what all you have done at that time?
So I was very sad when I realized that lockdown has started. There was a lot of COVID. I could not even go outside for the first, I think, 8 months. I was in my house because of the waves and all. So I did not go outside. I was at home watching TV. So I realized there are so many people who are facing these problems. Teachers who are not able to teach, because I had seen teachers that who are not able to teach uh, using these online Zoom, Google Meet features. So I trained some of my school teachers and then approached an institute named International Institute for Teachers Training in my locality. So I taught their teachers how to move from offline to online ways of teaching. Then after that, I realized people were not able to do tests. So I started Pandemic Health so that they can do tests at their home. And rural areas did not have test facilities. So I helped Thyrocare organize some camps there. Thyrocare also helped me organize some camps in some areas around my locality. So this happened, and then I started my YouTube channel in May, on May 15th of 2020. My YouTube channel is still going on. It's been about 2 years. During that time, I also was in my balcony. I saw cats who were not able to find any food. So I went down, fed those cats, and they came to my house also. So outside my door, I still feed cats. Sometimes I go down also. So this is what happened. Then I saw that people need laptop stands, some 3D printing products. So I designed them and have put them on my website. So those I 3D print and send to people to fund my pandemic health and SparkX animal welfare.
Okay. So this 3D printing venture is one of your founded company,
Yes,
and what about the other one?
SparkX animal welfare.
Okay.
So I feed animals in that. It has been founded by me. I've rescued parrots, I've rescued pigeons, I've rescued dogs and cats also.
Got it. Which is your most challenging project so far, and how you overcome that challenge?
My most challenging project so far was teaching teachers because they would not listen to me, thinking that I was a child. So I had to convince them, I had to show them that I could teach them. So I started my YouTube channel. I had to send videos to them so that they can know that I have the capability to teach.
Got it. Uh, and would you like to talk any of your biggest achievement, which you yourself is most proud of?
My biggest achievement is Parkex animal welfare. So I really like feeding cats and dogs. They come to me as soon as I go down. For school also, they are awake in the morning to see me. Birds also are there. So there was one bird that I rescued. I think it's still flying somewhere in my locality. So that bird also comes to see me once in a while.
That's great. That's great. So, Kushal, what's your career goal and how you are planning to achieve it?
I want to be an automotive engineer and designer with a PhD in materials. A PhD in materials so that I can make the cars safer, lighter, aerodynamic, uh, uh, fuel efficient, eco friendly, all this. And I want to be an automotive engineer since I was in grade 1. So it's been 8 years I've been working towards that goal. I did ETG's course also uh,
Oh,
to work towards that goal. And I've been designing cars since grade 1, drawing cars. Now I've started using softwares also. I use Creo, Fusion 360, Autodesk Sketchbook, Adobe Illustrator also.
nice. So, from grade one in, usually, I have a nephew. If I talk about my own family, he's in grade one now. So, the thing which he knew about automobile is the type of vehicles, or is it a Maruti or a Hyundai or a Mahindra, and how your interest got evolved into automotive, and what makes you click that this is your domain of interest.
Okay, so let me start from the beginning. I was about 1.5 years old when I started speaking. The second word I spoke was car. Okay, that time my favorite car was a Nano. I thought Nano was the
Okay.
best car, the most fuel efficient car, and I was a big
Okay.
Tata fan. So after that, I saw some videos about Lamborghinis. I started knowing about Lamborghinis, Bugattis. That time, I think the Hurricane and the Aventuros were just introduced. So
Mm,
I started following those. Now my favorite car is Lamborghini Hurricane STO. So that
okay.
is a sports car. When I was 3 years old, I started building Legos, and I've grown understanding mechanics and building models since I was 5. I learned to make robots and started understanding programming, app development, 3D printing by the age of 8. And at 10, I ran my line following robot in COEP at
Okay.
the Robotex competition, in Robotex International competition. And I approached many auto institutes to help me gain knowledge. ETG was the only one who gave me a chance because they thought I was capable. I got to learn go, I got to learn in a world of mechanics, and I have a lot of things that I have to learn until I become a professional designer.
That's great. That's really great to hear. I'm not sure. I believe you have done the program in the pandemic in 2020
Yes,
or 21, and
yes,
got to know that your mother contacted someone in the team. I guess it was me or someone else, and then they shared that you are 11 or 12 at that time, and you want to do this program.
yeah. I was 12 that time.
Okay. Okay. So, how was your program journey with us? Like, I myself is imagining now that the first subsystem which we introduce is might be steering or suspension when we
Yeah, it
start the
was
program,
steering.
right?
Yeah.
And how you connected with those terminologies and in tech, in fact, the physics involved into the calculation of steering mechanism or suspension mechanism. How you learned all that?
I got to know about this course, so I really wanted to join. I told my mother to call you so that I can join this course. And when I joined, the first thing I learned was steering mechanisms. So there are 4 types of steering mechanisms. Two of them I got to know about fully in my car, and one of the places I visited, they had go karts. So rack and pinion and some go-kart steering mechanism. I had noted
The
it down. I
mechanical
don't
linkage.
remember the
Okay.
yeah
Okay.
exact name. So
Yeah.
that is what I learned first of all. So I was able to relate with it after watching a lot of videos, Formula One videos, NASCAR videos, learning about more different types of steering mechanisms and how they work through your course and through YouTube. Then was suspension. The suspensions, I have some shock absorbers in my cupboard right now. So I have just kept them as a showpiece to remember ETG. So uh, that I learned from ETG, and then I was Supercar Blondie, and one more YouTube channel to help me learn more. Then I got into how I can convert the car from this mechanism to this mechanism.
Okay.
So I researched on that also through YouTube, and then I did SolidWorks from your course. So that is how I learned SolidWorks. So your course helped
Mm.
me a lot in designing my own cars. And by the end of the course, I was able to design my own working model. It is in my cupboard. I designed it with a steering mechanism, suspension system, and electric motors.
That's great. That you made our day. Actually, this is something my ears, and I believe all the viewer ears would be soothing to hear when I'm going to share that 11 or 12-year-old kid have learned so much from a program which was designed for engineers or for working professional. So it's really inspiring as well as really the happy moment for us to hear about. Uh, what if one thing as we both have common is interest in automobile. So I would like to know a little about that. How do you see India as an automotive industry, as we being one of the largest in the world? And in how do you see the qualities of the cars, and where do you see the future of Indian automotive industry is going?
I think the Indian automotive industry is very vast. There are a lot of companies from choose from. I, in the future, would like to see the companies all merging into one company and making 100 different cars, which are way ahead in time from the time they merge. So, example Tesla. Tesla is from the year 2030. Audi is also trying to manufacture such cars. BMW is also trying to manufacture such cars. So, I want India to uh, work with BMW or Mercedes so that they can revolutionize their automotives, put bigger screens in them, make them fuel efficient, make them electric. There are very little electric cars, so I want to see more electric cars, and I want them to be lighter so that they can be fuel efficient
Got it.
and more
So
luxurious.
great. And have you planned? I believe you will get into engineering. So you want to do a formal college education, or you believe in self-learning?
I want to do a college education.
Okay. And do you have any college in mind?
The college in mind I have is Caltech or MIT from the
Okay.
US.
Okay.
So I want to do
So
electrical engineering or mechanical engineering to get into the automotive electrical sector. So that is what I want to do.
so how the admission process work for undergraduate in MIT or Caltech, and how you're preparing yourself for that?
I'm preparing using extracurricular activities and gaining a lot of knowledge so that I can crack the tests. Um, I want a scholarship, so I'm playing basketball for that. And basketball is also my favorite sport. I've learned a lot from these NBA players, and I've also joined class by NBA Academy in my school.
Okay, that's great. So what kind of a people you like to work with or spend time with, as you being into so many ventures, and I believe you have developed one certain type of one inclination to one a particular type of people. So apart from your friends, what type of people attracts you and you would like to spend time with them?
I think leaders and mechanical engineers attract me the most. I'm working as a research intern at Cancri. So there also most of the people are engineers. So I talk to them a lot during Zoom calls, and I'm talking to you also. You are a leader of your company, so that too.
Great, great. So, if you could tell me, like, what makes you learn things which are way ahead of your age? When you were 12, I'm not just talking about our program. You have done hundreds of activities. Before starting anything, the first thing which I believe comes in our mind is that, is it something I would able to do at this age, or I should wait once I uh, get into a particular age which suits to this profession or this skill set, and then I start learning. So how you crack it and be ahead like 10 years, 15 years advance of it?
So I explored a lot of different career options, thinking that electrical design, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, or automotive engineering will suit me. So electrical engineering, I thought would suit me because the cars are moving into the electrical phase. Mechanical engineering would suit me because mechanical engineering has some part of automotive engineering and electrical engineering. And automotive engineering, I think, is a specialty sector. So that I don't really want to get into. I want to do a vast area of technology so that I can choose different careers when I grow up. Even if I don't want to be an automotive engineer, I still have electronics. So I can program. I know how electronics work: transistors, resistors, LEDs, diodes, whatever. Can make circuits. So I really like electronics. So that's why I've chosen that sector.
Correct. And if you could tell me a little about your apps. I believe you have I got to know that you have developed some 10 to 12 apps in total. So what are those, and how you have done that?
So I have developed them using a software from MIT. So that software is MIT App Inventor. I have used that software to make 14 apps. So most of the apps are uh, specialty apps, and some apps are apps with a vast use case. So I'll be talking about three apps. So the first one is Calculator. Calculator was the very first app that I made. The second app is uh, K browser, that is also Allspark browser. So that is one app that I made that connects you to different types of websites just using one app. It can also connect you to different apps which are embedded inside it. The other one was sketching apps. Sketching apps are about 100 to 150 MB on your phone, but my app is only 2 MB. So my apps are moving towards reducing a lot of uh, storage consumed by different types of apps.
Got it. Great. So if we talk a little about automobile, so any vehicle or any type of vehicle which is your favorite in India, in an automotive industry or companies?
I think from India, I like the Tata Sierra, the latest Tata Sierra, which was launched in 2020 at uh, an expo in Delhi.
Okay. Have you visited Auto Expo by any chance?
No, I have not. I had gone to
I
Dubai, so that is an auto expo. The whole city is an auto expo.
okay. When in 2021?
Yeah, 2021 December,
Okay.
when
I
COVID
was also there at
cases
that
were,
time.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah, okay. So
good.
which country that setup you like the most? I believe they have whole country, what they call stole, or I don't know what they call it. So different countries have their different areas where we go and we get to know what the country is doing. So
Yeah,
which one you
different
like the
areas of
most?
expertise. I
Yeah.
think I like Dubai the most because of the car sector.
Okay. Okay. So it was UAE's stall where they have shown the whole history about UAE, and
Yes,
that one you like the
yes,
most? Okay.
yes.
Okay, great. That's great. So how many country you visited in that particular expo?
In that expo, I visited about uh, 12 countries out of 100, I think. There were 100 countries, right?
I ended up at, yeah, it was more than 100, and I believe I ended up at 6 or at max 7.
Oh,
So
okay.
and that too in 2 days, because there was long queues and it was an extended weekend, so there was a lot of
Yeah.
rush. Okay, great. So, Kushal, if we talk about students of your age uh, who are studying with you in your class, and the things which you are doing are not usually done by any of a student or kid of this particular age. So, do you try to drive your friends also? You guide them or you motivate them to get into their area of interest, or how's your uh, friendship in the class, or how it goes in your classroom?
I crack a lot of jokes in my class, so everyone is my friend. I guide all of them to be the best in their expertise. So some of my friends like playing games. So I teach them on how to exercise their fingers. So most of the games are using WASD. So I teach them different types of exercises for their fingers. I teach them how to maximize their GPU speed and how they can overclock their CPU. In some
Wow.
computers, you can do that. Some of my friends like speaking. They have Trinity exams coming up. So I help them overcome their fear of public speaking. So I gather some friends and we listen to that person and I guide that person on how this person can improve.
Okay,
So that is also there. And my message is age is just a number. This is true for children as well. Today is a present, make the most of it. Dream big, dream to achieve, keep going, don't stop.
great. That's great. I think I'm gonna use this quote somewhere in future. Great. So, if we talk about again a little about automotive, so what do you want to do? Like, you want to do a job, you want to build your own company, or what do you think about automobile?
So I want to do a job in Tesla and start a startup that does freelancing design work and also manufactures those design cars. So I want to work with Elon Musk, be one of the high post people in designing and product management.
Okay. So, why Elon Musk?
Elon Musk is going to be the next big thing now. If he is not already big, he will be the next big thing. Tesla will be the most appreciated car company.